Today on Forbes, here's how much American billionaires have lost since Trump's inauguration. President Donald Trump has more billionaires in his administration than any previous president, with at least 9. He counts plenty of billionaires as friends or fans. 16 visited him at Mar-a-Lago between the election and inauguration. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg reportedly just went to the White House last Wednesday, following a Trump-Zuck White House meeting in early February. But having a pro-business, pro-capitalism president, who is also a billionaire, hasn't turned out very well so far for the members of the 3 Comma Club. From January 20th through Thursday, March 13th, the S&P 500 index fell 7.9%, while the tech-heavy NASDAQ index tumbled 11.8%. That downturn hit the country's richest people in a big way. Collectively, American billionaires are now $415 billion poorer, according to Forbes calculations. By contrast, the S&P 500 inched up 2.4% and the NASDAQ down 1% in the same period following Joe Biden's inauguration. Over that same time span, U.S. billionaires got $153 billion richer, a 3.6% increase. Among the factors driving stocks lower, Trump's on-again, off-again decisions on imposing tariffs on Canada and Mexico. That has created uncertainty, something that corporate leaders abhor. Plus, the new 25% tariffs that Trump placed on all steel and aluminum imports earlier this past week look to be setting off a trade war, with the EU planning to launch its own tariffs on U.S. goods on April 1st. Adding to the concerns, in early March, the Atlanta Fed predicted a 2.8% contraction in economic growth for the first quarter, in what's being dubbed a so-called, quote, Trump session. No billionaire has been hit as hard as Trump's right-hand man, Elon Musk. On January 20th, the world's richest person was worth $434 billion. Since then, reports have emerged of dramatic declines in Tesla car sales in the first 2 months of 2025 in Germany, China, and Australia. Analysts at JP Morgan cut their forecast for first quarter 2025 deliveries of Tesla vehicles by 20% to 355,000, the lowest since the third quarter of 2022. Meanwhile, protests against Tesla and Musk have erupted across the country at Tesla dealerships. While some are peaceful, others have included incidents of vandalism. Amid it all, shares of Tesla have plunged 43% since the inauguration. That in turn erased $104 billion from Musk's fortune, which stood at $330 billion after the stock market closed on Thursday, per Forbes estimates. Despite the 24% drop in his net worth, he has held on to his spot as #1 wealthiest on the planet. Ross Mayfield, an investment strategist at Baird Private Wealth Management, doesn't believe this hit to Musk's wealth is surprising, or has much to do with Musk's multiple roles of late. He said, quote, "I don't think Musk's place in the Trump administration is probably helping, but I don't think that's the primary driver. If we're heading towards an economic slowdown, autos and cyclicals get hit the hardest, and autos are also really exposed to cross-border trade and tariffs." The market rout has also hit several additional tech stocks hard. The once high-flying Magnificent Seven, Tesla, Nvidia, Alphabet, Amazon, Meta, Apple, and Microsoft, have collectively lost more than $1.5 trillion of their market value since January 20th amid concerns about economic weakness. The leaders of several of those companies, including Amazon's Jeff Bezos, Google co-founder Sergey Brin, and Meta's Mark Zuckerberg, all attended Trump's inauguration and were given prominent placement among the attendees at the Capitol. These tycoons are now all among those whose fortunes have plunged the most since that celebration. Jeff Bezos' fortune is down $29 billion in the just under 2 months since the inauguration. His net worth now stands at $210 billion. Brin's fortune is down $24 billion and now stands at $130 billion. And Zuckerberg's is down $7.6 billion since January 20th, falling to $204 billion. For full coverage and to see the whole list, check out Grace Thomas's piece on forbes.com. This is Kieran Meadows from Forbes. Thanks for tuning in.